And welcome to episode number 62 of the Crime Scene Time Machine. As always, I'm your host, Scott Roeder, and I love you, Planet Earth. On today's episode, we're going to be reading some listener comments, some fan mail, maybe even a little bit of hate mail too. So stick with us until the end, because who knows, we might be reading your comments and answering your questions. So let's start the show.
I prefer a reality where they do exist. It only confirms many possibilities of future technologies yet to be discovered. When this first all happened, it felt like the movie Signs, where not everyone was aware, but a small family legitimately did experience something. Seeing them draw the exact shape that I see at 317 with the two bulbs on the side like Shrek or E.T.'s fingers made me feel like Joaquin Phoenix wearing a tinfoil hat. I personally don't know if the world is ready. Most probably aren't. Well, too bad. It's time to wake up, people. Sorry about life. It's over, but apparently new NHI keep popping up, so maybe it ain't quite over in terms of new discoveries. I hope it is over as far as their uninvited visit, at least by the humans they dropped in on that night. And if they were invited, well then Jennifer Granholm better start splaining. Hope you are kicking ass, Scott. Have a good day. Thanks, Scott. Even though I've never doubted we're not alone, this proof is incredible. It took me a while to see the entities, but yours and Luis's explanations helped. It was like my mind had nothing similar to use as a reference point until suddenly they virtually leapt out of the screen. They're not bloody shadows or camera artifacts or pareidolia, etc. Those beings are 100% present in the yard. And watching all of Jim's podcast, I'm sure there are more present. Perhaps not the tall ones, but it seems there's more of these unearthly beings present. I wonder if you've discussed this event with Ross Coulthart? I emailed him suggesting he watches the V-Day podcast. I wasn't expecting an answer and didn't get one. But I haven't heard him mention any of it on any of the platforms I've watched him and Bryce Zabel on. Thanks, Scott. Brilliant work by you and your team, as well as the Bulldog himself, Mr. J. Quirk.
From Actman, if you look for spots within the video that look unnatural where the pixels were removed, you can spot more entities. The same is true with that large tree above behind the tractor. I wonder if the spaceship is hidden in plain sight there. Also around 4 minutes and 11 seconds, you can spot a full moon between the leaves. I wonder if there was a full moon in Las Vegas that evening, or was it a UFO? From Master Setherin, something weird. That shadow you see over the fence was never questioned as the alien because the aliens were supposedly in the tractor in the backyard, so why are you analyzing a random shadow in the trees? In other words, you're analyzing a completely wrong thing, dude. Well, listen, there is a sequence to all of this, and it's 1 minute and 41 seconds long. So these beings can move from behind the fence to in the tractor to behind the trees. And I'm not dictating what's there. I'm just simply identifying what is identifiable. So I hope that helps answer your question, dude. Super informative investigation, and thanks for sharing it. I do have several questions that go beyond the scope of your investigation. Did they find any evidence in the yard? Well, we don't know. Footprints, anything like that? Well, that would be on the body camera footage. Were they able to pinpoint the location of the impact landing crash? And if so, was there any evidence of the crash discovered? Well, we're trying to find out. Whatever it was, it spooked the hell out of the first two dudes that walked out into the courtyard. The guy in the red hat was like, nope, F that, I'm out. There is actually three in there. Looking between the neck and the wall, it is the left front fender of the red truck at 17 seconds. You can see darkness, and at 19 seconds, you can see a horizontal reflection line of the vehicle. That is because the short entity stands in front of the truck, ducks down, and darts right. Good point. Nice observation. And we have thousands and thousands of additional comments and recommendations as we go. So I think that's going to be it for today. So coming up on the next episode, we are planning an investigation into the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. I think there's something very bizarre going on with that. The media is telling us it's a lone shooter. We've heard that before. So we're going to be getting into that. But until then, I just want to tell everybody out there that we're still fighting for the freedom of Christopher Dunn. He's still being held hostage, and we'll be giving more updates on that as it develops. And that's all we have for you today on listener mail and listener comments. So we appreciate it. Please continue to tune in. There will be more developments, and we'll share them with you as they happen. And until then, I love you, planet Earth. Take care of each other. Love somebody. See you next time. Bye.